It looks like there was yet another leak for Call of Duty World War II, this time pertaining to the new social headquarters. The leak reveals the quartermaster, the contracts, the armory, and also what happens when you prestige. If you missed my last video discussing all the leaked score streaks in the game, you can find a link in the description. So right off the bat, I have to say that this is going to be an extremely content-filled game. If you played Infinite Warfare from day one, you'll remember that a lot of things were missing from launch. This doesn't appear to be the case for World War II. So first up, the headquarters. In the leaked info, it shows 7 things you can do in the headquarters, including picking up credits, acquiring and opening supply drops, and even shooting targets at the firing range. All of these things were more or less mentioned by Michael Condrey already at one point or another, so there's not much new here. The next section details something called the gunsmith. It sounds like you can forge weapons here, and you can also test your score streaks. Now of note, it says, quote, browse Scorestreak loot. On Reddit, a lot of people are assuming this to confirm that Scorestreak variants will be in the game, just like they were in Advanced Warfare. Now I'm not sold on this being the case, but who knows. Maybe you can just customize your Scorestreak's appearance, or something similar to that. Regardless, there's definitely something called Scorestreak loot, so we'll have to see what that turns out to really be. Next up is the armory. This is where you can purchase new items. If we go by what the leak says, it seems that everything can be bought with armory credits, which are earned, or with COD points, which are of course bought. Detailed next is the mail station. It looks like you can collect wages and rewards here or send messages. So in the leak, it mentions you can check back frequently for, quote, cool rewards and surprises. You can also return once a day for supply keys, but then it also says you can return every 4 hours for the same. So I'm not sure which one is actually correct. I doubt it gives you free keys every 4 hours, but that's what it says. I'm also not sure what the payroll is, but you can retrieve it from the mail station. You can also send and pick up mail here, which sounds interesting. Now as for prestiging, as is usually the case, you'll unlock a permanent slot for Create a Class. All your weapon levels, challenge progress, and customization will remain. You'll also get a prestige unlock token, which you can use to permanently unlock items for your loadouts. And again, as is normally the case once you prestige, you get access to a special set of prestige rewards and challenges. Now the leak shows some of the prestige rewards, and there's 5 of them. There's a class token refund, a hard reset, which is likely a fresh start, something called guaranteed rewards, then something called a gun bench, or a new custom class slot. Now I have no idea what the gun bench means, nor what a guaranteed reward option is. It's tough to speculate for both of these, so we'll have to wait and see. Now lastly, and coincidentally my favorite, the daily and weekly orders and the contracts. Black Ops 3 and Infinite Warfare both release contracts in their games at the middle to end of the game's life cycle. So I'm definitely happy to hear that World War II is going to have these from the get-go. So for daily orders, it looks like you have to complete 6 daily orders within 24 hours to receive a unique reward. You can see some of the examples of what the daily orders can include here. For weekly orders, you have to complete 3 of these within 7 days to receive the reward. Now there's also a special orders section, but no information was revealed about this. Now last, there's some information about contracts. After reading through these, this seems very similar to how Black Ops 1 was. In that game, you could pick a few of these contracts before a match and they'd expire after a set amount of time, usually about 30 minutes. I know I'm not the only one who's thrilled about this. As with all leaks, please note that the information extracted here was taken from an unfinished and stripped build of the game. Information can and will change, and some of it could be flat out wrong. But with that said, this Call of Duty is shaping up to be nothing short of spectacular.